So we are in the company.
Continue on Eltham Road for 3 kilometers.
We are in the company of our beautiful sister Flavia, our Brazilian sister. She is our body guide today. Wasi and I are in the northern New South Wales, and we are taking a trip with Flavia to show us a part of the vision that is coming together. And yeah, Flavia, where are we going?
So we are on the way to the next agroforestry system that you're gonna visit.
Yes.
That one is very special because a lot of people come there to volunteer work or to learn. So it's a project that we start to set up maybe 4 years ago, and it's more focused in bush tucker.
Okay.
So before there was an old organic farm, had some citrus, also had a pine plantation that was harvested before we start working the site, and a lot of lights, overgrowing. Only bats could access that. So when we start working that project, we pruned out the lights, and brought new plants and trying to make the soil better. And in that time, the people from Banjalan Tribal Society, they had a nursery operating in Nimbin.
Okay.
So they were raising a lot of seedlings, a lot of plants, and they helped us to plant there.
Amazing.
And then once COVID came, everyone disappeared. People had to go back to the north. So at the moment, sometimes we bring some drums of water when we start a new line, but like all this time had 2 years of drought, and before all these years of flood, and we lost a few trees, but it was minimum damage, for like don't have any people. Living on the side. So
Right. So for people who are sort of tapping into our live right now, we have since, as we've been driving, we have since learned that agroecology is working with country to allow the ecosystem to regenerate on its own.
Exactly.
And so we've just come from a site that Flavia, you and your partner Vanya have been working to implement these methods and these ways of creating small scale ecosystems.
Take the next right onto
as food forests. Take the next right.
yeah.
Ashtonville. Here we go.
Yeah, and that one was very special because there has the animals. That is a big element when you want to manage your system without using fossil fuels. Tractors and machinery, and have tractors cutting the grass all the time. So the animals tractor, chicken tractor, and then had the cows in that system as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see like for the animals, it's the same for us. We want to be in the shade eating good food,
Yeah.
So that agroforestry systems are systems of abundance,
Yeah.
It tends to be a monoculture system that system system.
Yeah, absolutely. Not one that's dehydrated and
Yeah, and losing energy and losing power and burning fossil fuels, and and I think it's a very good metaphor for what we are experiencing in society, that you always thirsty for something, And we have nature around us that is all this abundance that is safe. If you need food, it's there.
It's totally there. Well, you know what, like you were just saying, things that are aligned with what you're speaking about in terms of manual labor. For a bit of context with what we do with our traditional garden where we live is everything has been manual handling. We don't have any machinery. We have a shovel, we have a rake, we have our family machetes.
Turn left to stay on Pierce's Creek Road.
Okay, 500 meters?
Yeah.
Is that left?
Yeah.
So really, we have been connecting with Flavia, our brother Conrad, and our sister Jessie, Jess, who we met at a festival, and we're just following the flow of pretty much where our visions collide. I would say, hey Flavia,
yeah,
where our visions collide.
Yeah, and it's so much similarities in what we want to do in life,
yeah,
and what we believe as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Even have different inspirations from different systems,
And so when we spoke before, we were asking how long you've been actively practicing and contributing to communities that really would benefit from what you're doing. You said about 6 years for yourself and 30 years for your partner. What's your vision moving forward in terms of working with different communities?
Yeah, for me, like I came from a education background. I was primary school teacher in Brazil.
Oh, okay, cool.
So my learning is start growing food with children, and like make compost and seeing what happens when you throw a seed on the ground. So it's how I start, and then I got so inspired and like working institution. I start to reflect like nothing more important to learn in this planet than grow your own food.
Absolutely.
It's nothing more important. So I decided, coming out of institutions, and we start learning these workshops where we teach people how to use tools, how to empower themselves to grow their own food.
Right.
Because I think if it is not all of us doing, food is gonna be a very limited resource very soon.
Very soon.
Because everyone needs to be able to do that. Because if food forests also grow water, it's the moisture, it's the rain. And without that, I don't know what we're gonna do, So our main focus is helping people to go back to, to have an experience and embody the knowledge. Because you can Google everything, But some knowledge you don't gonna learn on the Google, you learn it doing.
That's right. You need to practice, really practice what you're learning.
Your body is what for the generations people were doing, passing the knowledge, doing together.
So we've sort of come across, so we're going right here, yeah? We've come across right and then left?
Yeah.
Okay. We have since, by doing the cultural days, we've realized we have realized the expansion of how healing happens on a family level. So if we were looking to engage families in a project like a community garden, I think that would be our priority. Do you feel like that's something that you've already been working with, or maybe something that you
but instead, like Banya work in community gardens for a long time, and the ideas that up if this plot, but our main focus always was on the education. And this plot now is our classroom.
Yeah.
So we teach everything from there.
Yeah.
And also, how I was telling you before, our plant propagation comes from there. Our food comes from there. So it's a lot of learning. Because we don't have land and we don't have access to a community garden, we arrange.
Which also is very common for a lot of peoples, a lot of families that don't have land, they can't afford to buy land, but it's the only source of sustainability that we rightfully have as humans on this earth.
Exactly. Yeah, and even like it is, like you saw in our house, we have plants in pots. It's no excuse. No heavy land is no excuse to don't be growing food.
Very true.
You know?
That's very
because
true.
If everyone was doing, you could move around and find food everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Would you not be like, only on the community garden or here or there, do you know? You would be able to find food on the streets, do you know?
Yeah.
In my hometown, you walk on the street, you find the mango trees, you find acerola cherries. On the islands, you find food everywhere.
Everywhere.
Do you know? The
Yeah.
food is not in a specific space. Food is everywhere, and it's what you had before. Food was on the forest. Do you know? You could go there and had all the abundance to be harvested there. No one had control of that, except
That's right.
ourselves to manage our food source. Do you know? For when hard times come.
Okay, so we're going left.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're pretty much on our way. Guys, stay tuned for what we're going to be sharing in the next couple of days. Wasi and I are road tripping on our way back to Far North Queensland, but we just could not resist reconnecting again with Flavia and her partner, Bella Conrad and Jess. And we're having such a good time. Yeah, we're just so grateful. So, bless up everybody. We're going to end the live and we'll see everyone soon.